What is your best business achievement so far?
Big one for the straight in for the first one. Best achievement so far, mate, probably foot asylum. Foot asylum's a big one for us, mate. Yeah. Obviously, every sort of even the independent stores and stuff that we've gone into always been a great achievement. But foot asylum started off first just at Liverpool, and now we're looking to grow sort of nationwide, doubling in our space and tripling in the amount of stores. So that's probably the biggest one so far.
We'll get into that as well, a little bit more detail. I want to know how that came around and stuff. Yeah. What is your favourite brand that isn't your own to come out of Liverpool in the past 5 to 10 years? I have to say not your own because every other guest has said Frequency. So.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? I'm a realist. Got to give credit where credit's due. Monstrex, absolute monster. What the lads there have built is special, definitely. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else like in similar to us, but like in the same sort of space. Yeah. To come out of Liverpool, like born in Liverpool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there isn't actually when you think about it. No. Even though the culture of Liverpool is very much fits that style, doesn't it? Yeah, and you get a lot of brands that come out and target Liverpool like as if it's a Liverpool brand. Yeah. But no, Monstrex all day. Yeah, we'll go into that as well because I imagine that's going to be part of the past of growing Frequency, isn't it? Actually being from Liverpool, operating Liverpool, being Liverpool basically.
Big part of it, mate. Yeah.
Favorite place in Liverpool to relax?
At the minute, either Apex, sit there and have a little coffee. It's dead relaxing. Shout out Simo, yeah. Even been there this morning, actually. And
I seen it on the show, actually, R5. That was earlier.
R5, mate, yeah. Do the session, mate. And do you know what? It's just dead relaxed. The vibe in there is brilliant. You just don't want to, you sit down to have a coffee. You just don't want to leave. You could sit there all day. Failing that, mate, it would be probably David Lloyd and Speak. Literally just joined a couple of weeks ago, which is me relaxing spot on a Wednesday morning where I have a bit of a wind down and a chill out.
It's that health club vibe in it where you can. That seems to be with businesses like I guess like Apex as well. Yeah. The sort of lifestyle element seems to be what's winning them in it. Like the gym I go in Witnesses, open a coffee shop in the gym, and I go there every morning. I get a shower, straight into work, and then before I come in the office, and even me and Liam were there working Saturday morning.
Yeah,
it's just a vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it just sets you off the right start of the day, doesn't it? Like everything that you need, good people, good vibes, like you say, good coffee. What more do you want?
What's one thing you wish people knew about you that they probably don't?
I don't know. That's a good one. Something that they wish they knew about me. I don't know. That's a tough one, that.
I'll ask you at the end. Yeah. Maybe something will crop up.
Something might pop up throughout the conversation,
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So for anyone that doesn't know your voice or face, Hasan, obviously, owner of Frequency, probably the most exciting brand in the space to be around nationally at the minute. Yeah. For sure. I think you've got the stats to back that up. Yeah. And the movement to back that up as well. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on where Frequency's going, but I think the big thing for me as a brand owner and just a lover of brands in general is when you see something that's born and it's authentic like Frequency is, it's understanding how it started. Yeah. What struggles and what successes you've had in the early days and what you're doing right now. Because I think it's fair to say that, the majority of people that I know, if they could take over a brand like Frequency or build a brand like Frequency in that space, they would. It seems to be something that people dream of doing. And you're living that dream. So I'd like to get inside the mind of Hasan and see what's making it work. Yeah, and it's funny you should put it like that. Don't look at it like that, to be honest. But right, what you're saying. You think about how many people try it. Yeah. And for one, there's so many different variables, and that for one reason or another, it doesn't work, or whether that's down to the idea or the person behind the idea, you don't really know. But it's like a bit of a trend at the minute. It has been for a little while. Yeah, it's been going for a while. Yeah, people trying to. I'm sure probably people said that about us though when we first started out. Like, oh, without a doubt, people do it, and then all of a sudden they go, and they're buying it. Yeah, and wearing it. Yeah, cool. All right, so first of all, obviously all the podcast is about branding. It's about business, about branding, but obviously we go a lot into stories and the personal lives of the people behind the brand. One thing I've always said from the start is generally on this podcast, we're going to get brands that maybe we don't really know the owner, and we're sort of trying to uncover the owner.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have personal brands, which are going to be the people who don't necessarily have a brand that you might be aware of, but they're a personal brand themselves, like Scanlon, for example. Yeah. You're a bit of both. And we spoke about this when I came to see you the other week. I mean, like, you're sort of in this phase where you've not intentionally put yourself out there.
No.
But naturally from the brand growing, and because there's such a community around it, people are starting to know who you are and recognise your face, which is a real interesting concept.
Yeah, very interesting. Not something that I've ever really wanted to be. Didn't ever sort of want to be the face of the brand. I'm a bit more of an introvert, you know what I mean? Like to just be a little bit more in the background and just do what I do. But yeah, like I say, naturally, organically, or whatever, it just happened. So yeah.
I think that's quite cool though, because we see it a lot in the space, like coming from the fitness space in particular.
Yeah.
People building fitness brands and then now sort of crossing over to the lifestyle space, which you've got a lot of influencers, content creators and things. It's very, very obvious, maybe not for everyone, but to me it's very, very obvious when that personal brand is over-engineered. Yeah. And it's a little bit forced. And it's almost too intentional. Yeah. So the authenticity isn't there. So when it can come naturally, that would obviously be the preferred route, but whether you want it that way or not, I guess is yet to be decided.
No, I think it's just the way of the world now as well. Like I think you've got to personally build your personal brand alongside building, especially if it's authentic, and it comes natural. Yeah,
I think it is. It just get people bought in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like when you look at the brand as a frequency as a brand, you look at obviously the product that people are buying, and the lifestyle that they can then fit into once they've got the products. Yeah, we've not really considered the people that aren't aware, maybe even aren't from Liverpool, like you're going into other cities and things now, like they will probably buy into you before they buy into frequency, probably. It might be like a bit of a crossover. Yeah. So that, but then you yet to find out whether that's for you, aren't you? Yeah. To be
as it continues,
out in the public and stuff like that. It's also I always find as well, and I get the feeling from you that it might be a similar thing. Like you don't like you said, you don't necessarily want to put yourself out there, but it comes naturally, and that's like a different approach, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I say, it's just when people are coming up to you and stopping you because of the brand, and I've seen you, I've seen this, I've seen that. Then it's just like I say, it's just day to day. It's just it is what it is.
How does it make you feel?
It depends on the scenario where we are and what's going on. So I could be in the park with the kids and someone will stop me, and I don't mind it. Do you know what I mean? It's just sometimes with the kids, and the kids don't understand it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? To be fair, the kids get a lot of it in school, and that can be hard. The kids, like my little boy's homeschooled now, but when he was in school, it's like the older kids in the school go with the younger kids and they do like reading and stuff like that, and they'll go into the class and they'll want to be with our kids because they're like, his dad's famous or his dad's, do you know what I mean? And it's a lot of pressure on the kids.
That whole idea of
it's just pressure on the kids that they don't need and they shouldn't have at that age, you know what I mean? And I don't see myself as anyone special or famous or anything, but I do look at the likes of people, obviously, like my business partner, like Tony Bellew, wonder what he must go through and his kids and stuff must go through because obviously he's a superstar. So
there's levels to the game, isn't there? It must be so hard.
Yeah, it must be tough.
Did you ever think you would build anything? Or, well, for two parts of the question, really. Did you ever think you would build anything? But then in particular, did you ever think you would build frequency to a point where somebody would actually consider you as being famous, whether the kids or whether the full-grown adults, doesn't really matter? Yeah.
I think from a young age, I have always thought, I'm going to do something, I'm going to build something. I'm going to build something that's authentic to me and build, a community, basically. So what I've done, in a sense.
Because it feels, even to me, like I feel like I've sort of seen some of the background over the years. Yeah. But how long has frequency been going from the start?
Nearly 4 years now.
4 years. Yeah. So it's actually pretty quick, isn't it? To get to where you are now, it's actually pretty quick. But take us back, first of all, take us back to early life. Because I want to create a timeline. What I want to do in this episode is uncover what people don't know about Hasan and about frequency, and obviously where frequency first came in and everything else. Because generally I find when I speak to people like you, there's always so many hidden lessons in there that you might not consider being a piece of wisdom or a lesson. It might be through like other failed businesses, or it might be through decisions that you made or whatever. So let's go back to the start and then we'll work our way back up. So early years, what's life like? Who are you? What family life? What's your setup like?
Early years, mate, going right back from the very start. Actually born in Manchester.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a turn of events.
Yeah. Born in Manchester, mate. Was there till about maybe 5 or 6. Mum's from Kirby, so half my family are from Kirby. And obviously my dad's side from Manchester. So moved to Kirby for a little bit. Mum and dad had a kids designer clothes shop in Kirby in shops, doing all like your Spanish, Italian sort of brands. So spent a lot of my younger days in Kirby in shops, in the shop, doing a lot of stuff then. And I haven't realised that until probably the last couple of years when, again, people have asked questions and done a little bit of a deep dive into myself and the stories. Like, I was doing stock counts then. Yeah. You know what I mean? Someone would come in and ask for a size in shoes, and I'd get the size and do the stock
just
count.
Just understand like the operation of it.
Yeah, do the work on the till.
Yeah.
Take the money, all that type of stuff. So yeah, from very early age, mate, been doing that. From there, mate, lived in St Helens for a little bit. Went to school in St Helens, college in St Helens. Done plumbing, level 2 plumbing. Little bit of like multi-trade and stuff like that. And then went to, what did I do? Landscaping. Done landscaping, mate, yeah, for a good few years.
What kind of age are we talking at there? So like plumbing, like sort of
plumbing,
trades?
college, so 16, 17, isn't it? Something like that.
How old are you now?
32.
32, right.
Yeah, let's think about that one.
We've got a bit of a timeline to build here.
Yeah. So plumbing, mate, basically couldn't get an apprenticeship. I enjoyed it, but wasn't so passionate about plumbing. It was just one of them that people was like, yeah, if you're going to do a trade, do plumbing. And then it was the fella over the road that lived over the road from us where we were living, had a landscaping business, and he asked me to come and help out. Needed a couple of young lads just on the wheelbarrow or whatever. Yeah. Absolutely loved it, mate. Loved it, like creative, like, you know, designing gardens and different stones and different types of grass and whatever else.
Yeah, aesthetic side of it, or
yeah, and the graft, to be fair, like really enjoyed it. Done that for a few years, and I broke my leg playing football, Sunday league football. Just snapped my leg in half, so stopped working for a little bit, and then never went back to landscaping. And I got a job interview at Jaguar Land Rover, obviously down the road. Took that, got that job, and I thought, I weren't there for long, but I just thought, I remember always thinking, like, this is not for me, this in the long term. As well as that, mate, I was DJing. So, yeah, like, there's some story, honestly.
Jack of all trades.
That's why when you said, I was like, how far back do you want to go here? But I was a DJ, mate, started DJing, done quite a bit of that, VIP events.
What kind of age are we talking now? Are we further on?
DJing from about 17, 18, yeah.
So you were still in that 16, 17, 18, and you've probably had about 10 different jobs already.
Yeah, loads of different jobs, mate. Yeah, loads of different jobs. Done like pretty much probably everyone's party in and around St Helens, Prescott, Whiston, Huyton, you name it, like 18th, 21st. Little VIP events, Trafford Centre. Started doing some bars, towns, clubs, and whatever. Loved the music. Again, the frequency, the vibration, just absolutely love music. And then from that, mate, Jaguar Land Rover, doing the DJing, and then I also got approached by someone, I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but so it's like network marketing, Juice Plus. Don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Is it Liverpool based?
It's just like a worldwide
I went to a place that was behind, like, like Primark in Liverpool one.
Yeah.
And that, what was that called now? I thought that was...
It was like Herbalife and all that. There was loads. Yeah, so basically, mate, done that, like the network marketing, built like a team of, like, I think 50 people. And that was all over the place. They flew me out to Barcelona, like all things, paid and everything, stuff like that. It was basically just like a weight loss sort of... but you know what, that was brilliant. That brought me on along. I was getting up, doing like public speaking, meeting new people. A lot of motivation and positivity was involved in that, and with helping people with the weight loss journey and all that type of stuff. So I had like sort of 3 things going at once. So I was doing that, working long shifts, 12-hour shifts, in Jaguar Land Rover, and DJing on like weekends and stuff as well. So
that's all your time, that, isn't it? That's like
probably
probably 3 parts of the day.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. So then from there, mate, just ended up doing, I think it was 9 years in Jaguar Land Rover. It's just a long time. Yeah, long time, mate. enjoyed what I was doing there, mate. Had a good job, decent role, like a quality sort of job in there. So yeah, and then from there, mate, left that, went back on the tools a little bit. It was like lockdown. Like lockdown made me realise a lot. Like I was spending a lot more time with the kids.
Yeah,
my little lad started walking while I was off work on furlough and everything. I thought, you know what, like I know it was lockdown and some people had bad experiences, but that was life to me. Like you know, the family time and
the freedom it give you.
The freedom, yeah. Obviously, I was getting paid furlough while you're off, so you just sort of like you couldn't really spend your money, you're paying your bills and whatever else, but you couldn't really go anywhere. But it was just like something just clicked where I just thought one day, like, this is what I should be doing. This is what I'm here for. Like I should be earning something, but spending time with family.
Did you mean sort of realising that traditional work life wasn't really what you were after and you needed to create something?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And then knowing that I was going back onto the tools, I was going to work for my mate's dad's business. And I thought, right, obviously Jaguar Land Rover had uniforms, so I thought, like, I need work uniform now. In the field, I was doing a little bits of work. I've always been dead handy on the tools and stuff, so I was doing little bits anyway. And that's what sort of swayed me to get back onto the tools and led me into that sort of path again. But again, I love it and I enjoy it. So I just sat there one day and thought, right, I need to buy clothes. And then I'm always one of them that just overthinks everything, looks into everything. I thought, no, I'm not going to go and spend loads of money on like wear clothes. So I actually set up a clothing brand, a wear clothing brand.
A PPE?
Not so much PPE, but T-shirts, hoodies, work pants, gloves, sort of everything that you need as a tradesman or multi-tradesman, basically. Done a lot of samples of other stuff, but yeah, set that up, mate, called Handy Workwear. And that's where that sort of started then, with the clothing. And again, I won't go into that too much because it can go on forever, but like just another little light bulb moment one day where I thought, you know what, I'm missing a trick here. The markup on the workwear and stuff weren't big.
Yeah.
It was one of them, you'd have to go very corporate quick to make some money. Like,
more like contract stuff. And
get a contract with B&Q or Screwfix or something, then, you know.
And what was it? Is that the kind of, well, I'm assuming that came to an end at some point.
Yeah.
And what was that the driver behind it, like the scalability of it and things? Or was
yeah, essentially, mate, yeah. Do you know what, we had like sort of tradies and worksmen and stuff, like asking them for like high-vis colours, like your brighter colours, and it literally just went back to one of the suppliers and was like, you know, I need some brighter colours, like neon high-vis. And they come back with your sort of space dye, what was cool at the time, basically what Montrex were doing at the time.
Yeah.
And I never thought of anything like that, but I thought, you know what, like, I'm missing a trick here. So that was the light bulb moment.
You just seen sort of just a little bit of an insight into what else you could do with
what I could do with what I was doing, basically. Yeah. Pretty much overnight, mate. Set everything up, come up with the name, put a closing down sale on the workwear. Just thought, didn't want to split my energy into two. Doing a lot of obviously like self-development stuff for myself personally, reading and researching around that time. So I just thought, and I've always been the type of person that's doing 2, 3, 4 things at a time. Yeah. It's just me and the way I am.
And that helps you now, being so busy.
Yeah. I have to be busy, mate. I've got to be busy, yeah. I feel all like pretty much like depressed if I'm not busy, if I'm not being creative, or if I'm sitting down doing nothing. It's no good.
What does busy look like to you though? Because I've had it in the past where the majority of my job is creativity. It's building something, creating something, coming up with ideas. A lot of traditional people, maybe parents and things, don't consider that being busy. They consider it you being, well, lucky that you can do that and call it a job. Yeah. You had any of that? Because I feel like, you know, you built, when you are building something that is yours and you have full control over it, all of a sudden people don't see it as a job.
Yeah, definitely. But busy for me, mate, is just anything busy. As in, like, I can be at home and I'll hoover up. Do you know what I mean? I go and cut the grass and then it'll be like, oh, you know, miss, I got to put these pictures up. And that's cool. Like, I need to be busy. Do you know what I mean? If I have a day where, like, what are we doing today? We don't know. I'm doing my own editing all day. I'm climbing the walls. Like, I have to be doing something. So, yeah.
And at what point did you make that link back to helping your parents in the shop when you were younger? Would that come around with frequency, or was that more in like when you was doing the workwear and stuff?
Yeah, no, more frequency definitely. When the I think what it was when the stock was coming in, because obviously with the workwear we didn't get to like a like a big sort of inventory sort of thing. But with frequency, it did pretty quick. It started racking up where it took over the whole house. And I think what it was boxes were coming in, getting delivered. Small shipments, obviously, then compared to now. But and like was just in the thick of it at home with the kids. And we were getting the shorts out, and obviously the packets have got sizes on and whatever else. And the kids are doing it with us at home in the living room. Do you know what I mean? We've got little clips and stuff, little videos and pictures. And the kids are putting it in colour order, in size order. And it just one day just thought, do you know what, this is what I used to do. I mean, they was a lot younger. Yeah. They've been doing it since they were like 2 and 3 at home. But for me, I was like obviously a lot older than that when I was doing it with my dad and work. But yeah, I think that's what it was. I thought, you know what, I'm actually, the kids are doing what I was doing when I was younger. But obviously it's our own brand now. It's our own thing. It's not like...
Is Frequency a family business?
100%.
Would you say it's a family business?
Yeah, 100%.
In what way?
Just in that way, basically started from home. Do you know what I mean? Kids have always helped out. We've gone through everything with the fabrics, the colours, and doing stuff with the kids. And that's how it started off, like dad and lad. Like that was one of the main reasons as well. I was like, we couldn't really find any clothing for like my little lad, what we liked, but like what was affordable as well. Do you know what I mean? Or attainable. For what you're paying. Like a lot of the stuff nowadays got like a lot of graphics over it, whether like cars, planes, dinosaurs, or whatever. For the kids, there's nothing cool for the kids, really. So,
and you've got that now, haven't you? So you've got like the sets. Yeah. Like the amount of pictures I've seen on like social media of dads and lads in the matching.
Yeah. That's like massive for us. Absolutely massive. Especially like, you know, families that go on holiday. You see get loads of families. They've got like, say, 2 or 3 lads or whatever, and then the dad. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And they're all in matching.
It's a bit of a statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're generally like either unique colours or bright colours. There you go. I knew it'd come at some point. That was a butty van, by the way, for anyone listening. Yeah, it's either a unique colour, like that colour you've got on is quite a unique colour, isn't it? And very in, probably on the interior side of stuff as well. Not just we talked about that, didn't we, when we came to you? Yeah. Or, like I said, bright colours. So when you see that, you know, a couple of kids or like families, it's a bit of a statement.
I think it is definitely more of a Liverpool thing as well. Yeah. Because we get a lot of customers and stuff that'll message and say, oh, we've been around such a place. And again, even with my little lad, we're out and about in different places, whether it's the lakes or abroad. Yeah. And we're walking together with the same stuff on, and you see people pointing and like, look at them, do you know what I mean? It's cool, it's different.
Yeah. Definitely more of a movement community.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've missed so much stuff of the upbringing, but you've already started talking about frequency, and that's the exciting part of this episode.
We got from handy to frequency, so we're there.
Yeah, we're nearly there. So you said before about you basically set it up overnight, so you picked your name and stuff. It wasn't just frequency to begin with, was it? Frequency Fitness?
It was Frequency Fitness, to begin with, because that was to tie in like mental fitness and physical fitness in one. But I think I quickly realised that the brand name needed to be abbreviated.
Something easy just to say and reference.
Something just to roll off a little bit quicker. Yeah.
Did you ever want to avoid it being sort of pigeonholed as a fitness thing? Yeah, because it's not frequency, isn't it? I wouldn't say it's a fitness. It is obviously like you. I mean, you can go any gym around the Northwest now, but particularly in Liverpool, and there's always people wearing frequency stuff. Yeah. But it's very much a lifestyle thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think some people maybe associating it with like gym, as in like dumbbells, like gym equipment. Really? Yeah.
That's quite deep into the fitness space, then.
Yeah.
And is that what you wanted to avoid? Is that what you wanted? Like what?
Yeah, I think again, it's just focusing on one thing rather than, because obviously the fitness thing's there. If ever we want to expand it, and that's something that I'd potentially like to do in the long term, whether we create our own gym or fitness space.
Looking at other frequency, well, it sounds like community-based things.
All community-based. Yeah. And you never know. Never say never. Do you know what I mean? Basically, so
sounds like you've got quite a high risk tolerance.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that switch, I'm sure it sounds a lot easier when you said it versus doing it, but that switch between the work stuff and frequency seems like probably quite a risky. You've got kids, mortgage maybe, things like that.
Yeah, definitely was me, because even with the workwear stuff, I still had loads of stuff there to get rid of. Still now, that's been closed for 4 years. Still got stuff sat there. So it was a big risk because I know a lot of people would just be like, no, we have to sell that first before we do.
So what was it that gave you? Obviously, you had the idea, and you, like you said, you were missing a trick. You've started seeing these things from suppliers and stuff, and you started thinking, oh, I think I could do this instead. What was there something that stood out to make that risk make sense, or is it just pure risk tolerance? You think I'm just going to go for it?
I think it was like that's what I was wearing a lot of.
Yeah.
At the time, activewear. So that sort of made sense. But I think the big thing was like the matching dad and lad thing, because we was going away. It wasn't long after we was going away on holiday, like after lockdown, and we wanted to get some matching clothes. Like my missus and my little girl was having like some little matching stuff made and whatever. It's like, oh, you know, what can we get? And we couldn't find anything. So that was a big sort of deciding factor in it.
Again, it seems like the family bit of a driver.
Yeah.
Is that still a driver now?
Yeah, 100%.
Your wife works in the business as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
What kind of role does she have? Does she have a creative input? Like, what's kind of a skill set like?
This is a touchy subject. Like, it's
not Jack. Clip it.
No, not touchy. As in, it's just for me to try and explain it to people, to friends or family or business partners. Like, because again, you don't really see like one household, you know, partners, whatever, husband and wife, being so involved in
people generally avoid it.
Because it's not easy. It's our household 24/7. Do you know what I mean? I come home and it's like, we had to have a conversation with someone the other day, and he's like, "How'd you find it?" And we get on. We actually met in Jaguar. When we started working there. She joined. We met there, so we worked together there. And we didn't ever have any issues. Never.
So you've kind of started in that.
Yeah. So we don't ever see it as an issue or ever seen it as being a potential issue. But you're trying to explain how hard that is to people because we're in the thick of it all day, every day. She's out of there quite a bit now. When you're asking about a role, she was sort of in the warehouse, dealing with the wholesale side of things, the picking and packing, helping out with the designs and colours. Obviously, she has a stronger input on like the kids side of things. I have a bit more of an input on the men's. And
then to blend the two together.
And then blend the two together, But since we've homeschooled my lad, which has been about 2 months now, that's been a bit tougher because we're having to balance that. Right. We haven't got much help with family.
How have you found the homeschooling? Because it's not a common.
No, do you know? I think it's getting more common. I think what it is, my little lad was just really, really struggling. He's on the pathway and stuff like that. Okay. So we're being back and forth trying to get help. The school didn't really support us with it. We tried to. He always needs like a little something to look forward to. So we tried to just do flexi hours, like less hours, like whether it be one day less or whatever. And they just wouldn't allow it. But we basically having to drag him into school. Yeah, do you know what I mean? We're trying to explain that to the school and. I know it's a school and whatever else, but it was making the business hard, making life hard. It was just a struggle. So that was a tough decision because it was like we're both very all in on the business day to day. It's like we're going to lose not even one of us, like essentially both of us, because we've got to manage it between us now.
Yeah. Well, at least you might be there physically, but mentally you might be in another place.
So as far as homeschooling goes, we took it easy for now because he's obviously 6 weeks holidays. Yeah. He's done about, I think it was like 5 or 6 weeks before that he'd finished. But they say they regress a lot, which he has done. He's gone backwards a lot because he's out of routine now. So,
to sort of building the bricks again.
So you got to sort of like unschool them basically because he's very... When he's like told, he's very like, what's the word? Basically, the teachers say like, sit down and don't move. He will sit down and not move. But if he's got an itchy nose, he won't itch his nose.
Oh, okay, so he's very literal.
Very literal. That's the word. Yeah, very very literal. But then he'll come home, like he won't make a fuss or anything in school. But then he'll come home and he'll cry and kick off that he couldn't move and he had an itchy nose, and stuff like that. So, and even stuff like he might take a jumper into school and he'd go out on the playground. The teacher say, get your coats. He wouldn't get his jumper because it was a jumper and not a coat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he just struggled with everything, mate. Yeah. So the best decision was to pull him out. So yeah, basically unschooling them now. Let him have these 6 weeks. Obviously have a lot of playing out with the kids and whatever else, and then get him into a bit more of a routine.
What's your thoughts on obviously your son, daughter growing up? Your daughter's a little bit older.
Yeah.
is it something that you want them to go into the business? I'm sure like people really want it. Some people will let them make their own decision. Like, is it something that you would love to see them naturally enjoy the work and then be in the business, or do you want them?
To be honest, not too fussed. I haven't really thought of it. I think what I want them to see is that basically what you can do what you want. Do you know what I mean? If you're passionate about something, you can sort of build whatever you want. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the homeschooling thing as well, as obviously school systems very work 9 to 5, college day, start degrees. Yeah. I haven't really got any of that myself either. So, and I think a lot of like entrepreneurs and all that type are all in the same boat. Do you know what I mean? So I just want them to be able to see that from a young age.
Yeah. It's interesting because you would think obviously that's the way the world's going. Well, we're in it now. Yeah. So by the time they're older to make their like career decisions, definitely going to be in full force then. So you would think that because they're in that type of environment, younger, they're not in the 9 to 5, they're not in that strict regime, that they would probably not fit in better, but adapt to their environment a little bit better. Yeah, when it comes to it, because they've done it. That's all they've ever done.
Yeah. That's it. Definitely. And just even like just trying to show them to enjoy life. Do you know what I mean? And that there's more to it than just work. And we actually tried to cut down quite a bit this year on like little breaks and stuff. But I seen a little quote and it was like, "Don't wait to be a millionaire to live your life, to enjoy your life," sort of thing. So that's stuck with me quite a bit, and just trying to enjoy it. Take a little bit more time out. Yeah. I'm very like hard on myself with the hours I put in and the time and the work. Like I always think if I have a day off or if I have like, you know, if I'm not doing something for an hour or whatever, I feel like I need to do 2 hours more.
Yeah. That's business owner guilt, that, isn't
it? Yeah. It's very, very hard on myself. And this year I've took a little step back in that. I was like, no, do you know what? Like have a little bit more of a break. Like that was probably even part of like joining the David Lloyd to take that morning just to relax and wind down, and just gives me a bit more sort of brain space to think of new ideas. Yeah.
I think that's what you're probably a bit more clued up on it with like your focus on like wellness and stuff. But I think we do underestimate the difference between like physical space and mental space. Yeah, I've always thought, right, well, if I just have more time, or if I just chill out a little bit more, then I can get like the creative juices flowing a little bit. Yeah, and then you find yourself consistently in positions where you've got physical time, but you don't have the mental time or the space. Yeah. And then you can't be the creative because obviously it flows, doesn't it? Like it can't just be like, this is my 1 hour creative time. Yeah. So that I think that's difficult for all business owners, and like that sort of like, I might have the time, but I don't have the brain space. But I've got the brain space, I don't have the time. Like that whole balance. Yeah, definitely.
That's a big thing for me. Like I need the time and the brain space. Yeah. But I really, really struggle, to be honest, because I really want to be with the family. I really want to be with the kids, even though that's the tough part. I'm taking the kids out to have an amazing day and fighting, arguing, shouting, don't want to cry and whatever else. That's tough because then I'm like thinking to myself, I could have been doing this. Yeah. This needs to be done.
And does that give you guilt, do you think?
Yeah, and it's frustrating a little bit. So my sort of freedom, freeing me up, like the brain space, is like when I've gone to like Dubai, for example, or China. Even though I'm still working out there, with be like summer campaign that we've shot in Dubai, or I'm out in China in the fabric markets all day, every day. It's when I've come home or go back to the hotel. At the end of that is I haven't got the kids. Yeah, I haven't got bath the kids, do tea, help out with tea. Mrs. will kill me there. Do tea, help out, help out with the dishes, cleaning the house, all that general day-to-day stuff. So that frees me up to be more creative and just, like I said before, like just thinking of new ideas. And then I come back from there like a new flame. Do you know what I mean?
Just inspired.
Yeah, basically.
Do you have you ever experienced it going too far the other way, where like maybe it could be like a trip, it's been a long trip, or whatever, where you've obviously you've got a large focus on spending time with family and your wife and things like that. Have you ever focused on the business too much, even though you've got this balance now, where you start thinking, I need a break from business?
No.
Not experienced.
No. I'm just too involved, too invested in it. Yeah. Like I really, it's tough, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Not the opposite way. I sometimes think, I've been on this break for too long. I need to get back to it.
You could always do more.
It's always the opposite. Yeah. I don't know whether that would ever change, to be honest. I'm still, even when I go away, I'm always working. I always take time off through the day to catch up with work. My laptop's always there. That's always there in the back of my mind, but not the other way around, really, no.
When would you say in the frequency journey so far, so the past 4 years, would you say, is it fair to say that it was started as a passion project and became a business? Or has it always been one or the other from the start?
Probably be more of a passion, yeah, definitely.
Is there a point in time where you can pinpoint and go, like maybe the first realization of, oh, this is actually quite serious now. This is an actual business with liabilities and I've got legal obligations. It's no longer just a passion project.
Yeah. Again, pretty quick, because the product that we were bringing in and putting out there, it was just going dead quick. Like, we could do a little launch. Obviously, we're buying only small quantities, but
what would you say a small quantity is?
Like 100 t-shirts in one colour.
What would you be doing now? I know you don't just do drops, do you? But what would be like considered like a small order for you now?
In one colour, you're probably talking 400, 500, 600 in one colour, yeah.
And what would be your biggest order?
You can 1,500. Yeah,
so that's gone to new levels pretty quick, hasn't
it? Yeah, definitely. So by the time you break your quantities down, like in 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 5, 6, we'd do a launch, and we could sell out in some size in like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
just sitting there like we used to. Again, this was at home in the front room. We put the kids to bed. We'd always do the launch at 7 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock. Put the kids to bed, and then start packing parcels in the front room downstairs. And we'd always have a nightmare. The kids want to be up, and then we'd put them to bed, and then my little girl would get up.
Is this a dream scene where you just say the Shopify
thing
going off?
That was that ka-ching, mate. Was just like, in our house. It used to be like another order, and the kids would say it to him. It's switched off now because it gets annoying. But I just shouldn't say that. Not that it gets annoying, but it just gets a little bit too much. But
now you're thinking, ding, more work, ding, more work.
Yeah. But I've lost where we were there.
No, it's just on the launches and stuff, and the order size and stuff. Yeah, so was that the strategy from the start? So let's talk a little bit about like the product and the strategy and how you've grown. So generally, like I know from just a consultancy standpoint, that generally when you would launch a business like this, you would probably start drops first. Yeah. Hopefully sell the drops out, reinvest until hopefully you get to a point where you can hold stock and things. Is that kind of the route that Frequency went down? Yeah,
to be honest, mate, still struggling with it because the growth's continuously so big month on month, year on year. We're still struggling with that hold stock sort of thing. Changes a little bit now because we have certain issues with certain retailers might let us down, and stock and whatever stock might come in late, all that type of stuff. But still got them.
So what was the idea to start? How many sort of drops did you do, launches did you do before you started being able to look at like holding some more stock?
First drop was just one t-shirt in 4 colours. Yeah, that was the first drop. And then again, people were like, oh, we need shorts. At the start, mate, I was brand new. I'd done the workwear, but I weren't really clued up on a lot of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to make sure we've got a certain range. Yeah. But again, like probably more of a liberal thing, but people want matching everything.
Colour coordinations.
Yeah, so it was then we introduced shorts, then we introduced like quarter zips, and then it just started sort of snowballing from there as the demand kept going. People were asking us, oh, we want this, we want that, when you're bringing that out. Yeah. So just a bit like...
So was it definitely learning on the go then? Because
100% still learning.
There's a lot to like, the fabrics to start with. Yeah. And even just like, I guess, what I would call like the features of the products, like shorts, for example. Yeah, different style shorts for different uses. Different style pockets,
different lengths, zips, no zips, it's madness. Mesh lining in like internal brief lining.
Is that just stuff that you just learn like with feedback or like?
Yeah, a little bit with just learning, researching. Obviously spent a bit of time in China, and also seeing what I've had before previously and what I've liked and what I haven't liked, and then speaking, obviously bringing athletes on board, affiliates, trying certain things out, getting their take on what they prefer, what they like, what they don't like, lengths, widths, whatever else.
And then would it be fair to say that you've gone from essentially, I mean, you don't have to go into this if you don't want to, but have you gone from essentially purchasing pretty much a finished product and branding it to just complete bespoke products now? Or it's always been like that from the start?
No, from the start, like, because it's only small orders, you've got to buy basically like in stock fabrics.
Yeah.
You can't produce your own fabrics because you've got to buy so many meters, which is so many rolls, which is essentially so many t-shirts, tracksuits, whatever it may be. So yeah, we do a lot of bespoke, custom fabrics now. Some in stock stuff, which is like, we get new fabrics that we do like a bit of smaller batch on, whether it be infants or juniors or whatever. But yeah, no,
because a lot of the freaking stuff is unique, isn't it? Like you said, it's quite a busy space, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
very.
Obviously, there's people and brands at different levels.
Yeah,
but it must be difficult to just to be unique, because
I think for us it is, because we see that there's so many brands doing very similar stuff. That has always been a little bit of a, what do we do? What should we do? But we've kept it different, kept it unique. At the start, again, coming out with the space dye stuff, similar to Montrex, we actually dropped some stuff, like the exact same fabrics to Montrex. Like they're obviously well ahead of us with like their orders and stuff. We was constantly behind, so we'd order these fabrics, and then we'd see like kids in Montrex t-shirts, and it's the t-shirts that we'd ordered. Yeah, so we're like, they're gonna think we've copied them, and but it's just, to be honest with you, mate, it's whatever's in China. If you're doing in stock, everyone's gonna have, because everyone goes to China. Yeah, so that's when we started realizing, right, we were very similar for probably say 12 months. And they were like, we need to change it. Yeah. That was when, like, right, get out to China, start finding different fabric suppliers. Okay. Start speaking to different fabric suppliers, like getting, your custom fabrics. What can we custom? How can we make it different? So that's where we are.
At what point are we at here where you've sort of realised that you need to maybe level up a little bit in terms of how unique it is? Are we talking like a year in? Like
18 months? 18 months.
So 4 years in now, so about sort of 2-3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when what was the route then to find like the different materials and things? Was it a case of just coming outside of China, or was it certain suppliers, like connection wise? How did you find them?
Just get into China and get into like loads of different fabric markets. So they're spending a lot of time there and speaking to the people in the fabric markets. What's new, what's old. They essentially create the trends in China. Do you know what I mean?
Based on what they have in stock.
Based on yeah. So whatever they bring out, most of the time, like, you've got it. You can only use that. You can't you can and you can't. But you can create your own compositions, but you don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You can put like polyester with spandex, with elastane, with cotton. Yeah. You can put all these stuff together. But if these sort of fabric markets haven't done it and trialed and edited it before, you don't know if it's going to work.
It's all on you then.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it. There's like wash tests and all that type of stuff going on in the background with the fabrics. So you don't know if the shrinkage.
Yeah. And what have you had any sort of issues with other brands throughout the 4 years in terms of like people copying, or just issues where maybe like you or another brand has brought out a similar product, or any clashes or anything like that?
Not really. No, not that we've seen. To be honest, we don't spend a lot of time looking at trends or other brands. We just do us. Yeah. That's why we're so different. But I think that's why it's doing so well. Yeah. A lot of people nowadays, like kids, even the younger kids now, people want to be different. People don't want the same as what all their mates have got. Yeah. And that is what Frequency is all about, just standing out, being yourself.
Is that where the variation comes in? Because I came into your place. Yeah. And there's, the longest wall in the whole building is literally every single product you've ever done, it looked like. Yeah. And the variety in...
That's just this year's, that.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, my God. The variety in the colours, the styles, stuff like that. Yeah. So I guess that goes back to that idea of, like... Because Liverpool's a place where people do follow trends. Yeah. But it's about being same but different. Yeah, yeah. So we're in Frequency, but not necessarily the same as what your mate's got. Yeah. Is that where the variety comes in, the push for the variety?
Yeah, same sort of style. Everyone wants that look. Everyone wants that comfort where they can, if they want to go out with the mates, where they want to go to the pub with the lads, or whatever it may be. You can Activewear. It's just so versatile. So that's obviously the thing that we're stuck with and going with. Yeah. But colours, designs, styles, again, no point in going to it too deep because people don't understand it. But a lot of brands have done like your open sort of seams and having your mesh and all that type of stuff. We've not done anything like that because we just get put into that category then.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like it must be a balance, a consistent balance between pushing the boundaries of what's like new and what's different.
Yeah.
But trying to be frequency.
Yeah. Trying to be us. Yeah.
Instead of just changing every single drop or every single new product, it's just completely different because you're just trying to chase your tail all the time.
Yeah.
And actually understanding that the consistency is probably what's building frequency, isn't it?
Yeah.
The consistency of they know what they're going to get.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is probably an issue that a lot of people, like failed brands, have probably had.
Yeah.
Trying to chase the tail. No consistency.
Yeah, no consistency. And just watching what others are doing and just copying what others are doing. Just absolutely nowhere doing that. Yeah, because you just become another one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about from a financial standpoint then? Because obviously, I would know, most people would know, like activewear and clothing brands in general, like generally it's cash flow can be difficult because you've got to invest so much money in stock and things like that. How have you had any like learnings or lessons for anybody that might be just keen about frequency or even wanting to do their own brand? What would be your advice on from the financial standpoint, investments, cash flow? Have you had any issues around stuff like that?
Do you know what, mate? It's still an ongoing issue again. Yeah. Like, I need to win the lottery.
You just need someone to just give you a pot of money.
Yeah. Because it's hard. Because obviously bringing like investors in and like, you know, all the money side of things is like, no one's going to give you money for free. Yeah. Essentially, so you're constantly paying for money.
Yeah.
So it's trying to pay for money while you're growing, while you're bringing more staff members in, while you want to spend a bit more on marketing because you need to get the brand out there a little bit more.
Bit of a chicken and egg, isn't it?
Yeah, and then while you need to buy more stock for your next season when you haven't even sold this season. Yeah. So your money's still tied up, but you've got to spend, say you've got £100,000 tied up, but you need to spend £300,000. Yeah. It's tough, mate. So it's still going through, mate. Yeah,
I would imagine, I don't know for a fact, but I would imagine the biggest brands in the world are the same.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially for me. And at what point did you realise that like external investment was going to be something that you would even need to do or want to do? Was it a case of needing to do it, or did you just want to do it?
Do you know what, mate? It just approached me with the first initial one with obviously with Mark.
Yeah.
I was at the point where Mark got involved. Was like, I needed something, but I didn't know what I needed. I'm very confident in myself to think like I'll take it to where I need to take it to, whether however long it takes. And yeah, sitting down, Mark approached me basically just a bit of a message once. Was like, just look to have a little bit of a chat. I didn't know what it was going to be. Didn't really know too much of Mark, so we weren't too sure what the chat was going to consist of. But I just thought, I took some stuff down with me because I thought, maybe he might want to, because he had the gym at the time awake. I thought, maybe just want some stock in the gym because we were getting that off other people. Yeah. But yeah, again, another long story short, mate. He was just like, I'd love to invest. I told him the story, and he was like, I'd love to invest in you. He said, I've always wanted to do a bit of a clothing brand, but I haven't got the time to do it. He said, I've had the conversation with a good friend of mine, over the years, over us doing something. He's got less time than me. He said, as soon as I seen frequency, I said, I'm going to be involved in that one day. Now hearing your story, and you know, your goals and everything. Yeah. I really want to invest, and now's the time. Would you be interested in further talks with me and my friend? So obviously I knew a little bit about Mark. He was telling me a bit about his story, about what he does for the community, the people, and essentially him and what he does and what he stands for is the person I've seen myself as from a young age, doing what he does for people. So that was a no-brainer. But then what I did say to him was, I know what you're about and everything, that's cool, but it depends on, who your friend is.
This was just friend at this point, like
just friend,
anything about them.
Yeah. And then he was like, okay, it's Tony Bellew. I was like, let's have the conversation.
Just immediate, yes.
Let's have the conversation, yeah. And it was a week after that, Tony came down. He was at awake at the time. Sat down, Tony came in, looked at the stuff, and he was like, how long have you been going for, lad? I was like, just over a year, like 14, 15 months or something. He was like, this is fucking brilliant, this. And I said, I know. And he was just feeling it, and he was seeing it. He was like, this like quality and everything. I was like, I know. So try it on. So he tried it on. He was like, put it on. He was like, wow, this is lovely, this. And he said, and you do the kids as well? I was like, yeah. He's like, you've cracked it, lad, you've cracked it. I was like, I know. He said, well, all you need then is people just need to know about it, don't they? And I was like, yeah. So then that was that, mate, from there.
Just about getting more eyeballs.
Just about getting more eyes on it, yeah. And it's still the same, mate, like even now, because it's so diverse, the activewear market at the minute, so many different brands. A lot of people are stuck in their ways with certain brands. I was. Like, I just loved Under Armour.
Yeah.
I just loved the quality and the fit of Under Armour, and then I just felt like it went downhill. So now, obviously, you don't really catch me in anything else.
Literally every time. And everyone, the funny thing is everyone else around you as well.
Yeah.
So, like, you was on about Apex. I went to, for the first time a couple of weeks ago, I went to one of Tom's classes. That was humbling. Kettlebells, Jesus Christ. Didn't always heat it, stood right under it. I felt like when I walked in, somebody was like looking at me weird, and I thought, strange. He's like, is it your first class? And I was like, yeah. He was like, he just laughed.
Can't
I went, what are you laughing
at? Yeah.
I looked up and there was just a heater above my head. And I was thinking, fuck. And then Joff's classes have been at Apex as well with the bad weather instead of at the peak. So it's been boss. But literally everybody in there is just head to toe in frequency.
Do you know what, mate? Again, like, I've got obviously amazing people around me, but they genuinely obviously love what I'm doing and what I'm building, but they love the product. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They absolutely love the product. So it's always it's just good. I'm surprised Jack's not got his fleece on today.
I tell you what, when I first seen them fleeces and everyone in Passion had them fleeces, I was so jealous.
Make them fleeces so jealous. Just, that was a little bit like, try something different.
Yeah.
That was, again, there could be another conversation, but it was like a bit more to the brand, a little bit different, and it just done really, really well. So we've just obviously ramped up on that massively.
So it seems like now you've got like your core of the stuff that will keep happening, and then every now and again you try and find something that's...
Do you know what it was? I think we were essentially seen as a summer brand because of the colours.
Because of the colours,
the main thing.
But like, brand. I mean, what you've got on there, obviously it's still summer, but it's not... It's not a bright colour, is it?
No, it's a bit more pastel-y.
Yeah.
But then we thought, like, what can we do that what other brands aren't doing in our space to crack the sort of winter market. And
have you got anything in mind yet that's coming up that you would think might be a little bit different, or if you can share it? Or is there any particular like type of garment or that you're looking at that you might not have done as much of in the past or anything like that?
The stuff that we've looked at, which is totally different.
Are we going to get an exclusive or?
No, can't talk about this because someone will take it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it fits. It resonates well with frequency.
Okay.
In general, not just frequency, the brand, but just
frequency, like, as in the word and the connotations.
And I think it's very similar to like what Tommy Mallett's done with Citrine.
We were talking
special.
about Tommy about me.
Putting something different in a shoe.
Okay.
So this is something that we have looked at.
Yeah.
It can get deep. But you know, some people might like it. Some people just be. Some people won't be bothered, but some people.
Yeah.
Will be
I have wondered about that personally, actually, because like getting to know you in a little bit of a deep level, and everyone else around you as well, like Mark and everyone. The general theme throughout everyone that I meet is quite deep. Probably spiritual is probably a word. Obviously, there's different levels to it, but spiritual, wellness, all about the mind, community.
It's important.
Yeah. And I guess, well, you do the Iron Project, don't you? That's backed by frequency as well.
Yeah.
So is that something that, from a personal level, you would see yourself pushing in the future, just doing more community work?
100%. Yeah, that's what frequency's been built for. To allow, and we've got such a good customer support and like local support. So for me to be able to give back to the community means everything. And the more we sell, the more we do, the more we give back.
Yeah.
Essentially. So. Just done like a big Easter event with the local trampoline, Air Unlimited trampoline inflation park, and we booked it out for, I can't remember, I think 150 kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, we booked it out for 150 kids, exclusive, and just for us, booked the whole park out. Just invited everyone for free, give everyone Easter eggs.
Just legging around in frequency stuff.
Yeah. It was brilliant. It was really good. Yeah, and everyone was made up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I think it's important, definitely.
What we're sort of getting to the end now as well. Which probably to keep talking off camera probably. But is there ever going to be a frequency shop?
I don't know.
Is it something you would like to do? Is it more of like is it a sensible business decision, or is it something that you?
I think my heart says but my mind's like, do we? But again, I never say never. I never say never to anything. And you know what, I'm all about risks. But I'm not too sure. There's nothing sort of set in stone yet, because again, people keep asking for different things. People want girls, people want women's, people want trainers.
Mm.
It's just, again, cash flow and growth. It's like just taking each step.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, you can flood the business with cash. At this point, people will give you cash now. And you could flood business with cash, you could force growth, which is probably what other brands have done.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like that's what you want to do.
And that's what I was going to say as well. Yeah, that's what we don't want to do. And it's nothing against any other brands or to say they're doing it right or wrong. Everyone's on their own journey and doing their own thing. But again, with frequency being different and the kids wanting to be different and wearing something different, it's probably one to struggle with a little bit, but we just don't want to flood the whole high street, every store, every shop window, because it just becomes too easy accessible, and then it just becomes diluted.
Yeah, I feel like we've sort of seen that with Represent.
Yeah,
but there was I remember when I first came across Represent, probably 12 years ago, maybe something like that, when they were just doing jeans pretty much.
Right.
And I think I seen it through a rugby player that I followed or whatever it was, and it wasn't my style, but I just liked the business. Turns out now we know the story that it was actually a failing business at the time, and they never had any cash, and the team was the wrong team and things, and they've obviously now grown into the Represent that we know today. But that sort of happened with them, where it's gone. I would say from an outside perspective, mainstream. It's gone from a if you know you know to mainstream, where now people are just styling it with whatever they want, and the sort of the edge of the brand's almost blunted a little bit. Yeah, because it's not as targeted. Yeah, and all of a sudden everyone's wearing it, and it's not as desirable and things, and that just seems like an easy thing to happen if you flood a business with cash. In this
money
space,
makes money, mate. Basically, so someone could give me £5 million tomorrow, mate, and it'd be in every high street store. It'd be absolutely everywhere because you can. But do we want to do that? Is the question. So again, it's just being different. Ask any other brand, they're going to go, yeah. Do you want to be in here? Do you want to be in there? Do you want to be?
We've not even talked about the foot asylum.
Yeah.
That, I guess that was the big break. Would you say?
Yeah, it was huge, but again, I was very confident from the very start, and started getting the products in, where it was going to get to, and I think that's just the start, really, just going in foot asylum. Do you know what I mean? We started off, mate, with a soft launch, and they said, right, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the 3 Liverpool stores, Speak, Edge Lane, and Liverpool 1, and we're going to put it in the brand new Gateshead store, which is Newcastle. So we're okay, cool. So we've done the soft launch, and obviously we discussed with their marketing team numbers, how many people were coming. Tony Bellew was going to be there, blah blah blah. Do some giveaways, spin the wheel, all that type of stuff. So small sort of little activation, and they decided to not put the stock in the other stores for now because of the launch, and it was going to be pretty big because of the community that we've got. And they put the stock just in the one store, in the Liverpool 1 store. It didn't move out of there because it just
sold straight away.
So they couldn't put it in the other stores.
So what does that lead to them wanting more product then?
That's where it built from there. We were the number 1 selling brand of the week and number 2 selling brand of the month in store. And there's big brands in there, mate. So
every brand you can think of.
Every brand, every big brand, yeah. Nike are in there, mate. Do you know what I mean? So
how'd that feel?
It was, do you know what, mate? Good, but then I'm I want to be number 1. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
That's the fire in your belly, that, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's just okay, how do we be number 1?
Would they, do Foot Asylum help you with that? Is it a case of them giving the information you need for you to then go, well...
Yeah, they help me. They definitely help. They've been really, really good, to be fair. Shout out Mead from Foot Asylum. He's been great. He's moved now from juniors to men's, but no, he's helped massively, and the rest of the team. Do you know what I mean? They've been really good because they know we can't just put £500,000 worth of stock in and just put it nationwide
and just leave it.
With a smaller business starting out first, only just gone to Foot Asylum. But yeah, off the back of that, mate, it done well. They wanted more. Their orders have gone up and up and up, which is the same as every other retailer, to be honest, which is good. And then we're now in the 3 Liverpool stores and still in the Gateshead store, which done really well without any sort of content, any sort of marketing.
About the activation and things like that. Yeah. Was the activation mainly, obviously, with it being a Liverpool brand?
Yeah. But then now we move from 4 stores, we go to 12 physical stores, and I think I think it's 70% of the stores we go from 1 meter space to 2 meter space.
Is that like a bit of a roadmap, a bit of a path that you set on from the start? Or, you know, a bit of a blueprint where they'll say...
Not from the start, it's just as it goes in and they go, right, it's doing well.
They'll give you more.
We need more space, we need more stores. Activewear is growing a lot around the country now. Because, like I say, a lot of it is predominantly starts off in Liverpool, the trays and all that type of stuff. But it's starting to move at a pace in different areas, so they're wanting to put it in there now. So,
have you had any other retailers knock on the door?
Loads. Yeah, we get loads. Mainly independents, obviously loads of independents. But again, at the minute, we want to put it in the right place at the right time, around the right brands. Yeah. We don't just want to put it around.
Like you said before, like essentially flooding the streets with it. Because that would be a way to do it, wouldn't it? To put it in all shops. Yeah. And
what we've noticed is a lot of like boutiques and stuff like that have got like high-end fashion brands. They're sort of like, not calling it a day with them, but they're moving more to the activewear space now because the world is. Yeah.
Would that be from like an accessibility point of view? Like maybe less people. I don't know. I'm guessing you would know better than me, but less people are going for like like a formal going out.
Yeah. Less people are buying jeans, mate. They're buying combats or they're buying tracksuit pants because they can wear it day to day. They can wear it if you go out with the lads.
So it's combining different things that you do in your day. With the same.
Yeah,
outfits.
And because of obviously money and the country, the state of the country and everything at the minute, it's like people aren't going to go, I'm going to buy combats, I'm going to buy tracksuit pants, I'm going to buy jeans. I'm just going to buy a pair of combats.
Because I can.
I'm going to buy it, because it can do for all.
It's like when you see the movement of like the trainers now, innit?
Yeah.
The Asics, New Balance, new Nikes that have come out. It's people are going out in them.
Yeah.
They've gone from like them Dior's, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Whatever, I can't remember what they're called, but it's gone from them with hundreds and hundreds of people.
All the fake Dior runners.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like some Asics are 150, 180 quid, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad for a pair of trainers these days. 150 quid.
No.
You can easily pay. You've gone from within 12 months, you've gone from people paying probably 4 or 5 times that to then now paying 150 quid and going out on them.
Yeah, definitely. So what we've noticed now is that because of that, mate, there's a lot more independent stores getting in touch. But what we're seeing is they're also bringing in startup brands.
Okay.
Just so they've got something.
Yeah.
And we don't want to
be... you just not got to be... not get ahead of yourself and just say yes to everything.
Yeah. We don't just want to be alongside 2 or 3 startup brands that aren't really set up properly, that they're just trying it out and whatever else. So
it's more thinking of the bigger picture, that, isn't it? Again?
Yeah. Again, that's a big thing for us is the bigger picture and knowing where we are and where we're going. So
I think we can finish on that.
Yeah. More questions for me, no?
I've got a lot of questions for you, but it'll probably be 3 episodes.
Okay.
So you know what? It's never been intentional, but every podcast that I've had, every episode, it's definitely always left me wanting more.
Leads into
and I'm hoping that anybody that's watching and listening, it makes them want more, and then essentially push them over to you and maybe more to you personally. I don't know if you're going to like that or not.
Yeah, no, I don't mind, to be honest. And just sit here all day and talk.
We just drop a load of seeds, basically.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is push it out there and get the story out there. I'm genuinely honoured that we're your first podcast as well.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Because I'm 100% sure that more people will, or have already wanted you on a pod, or will want you on a pod. Yeah,
no, I think it's brilliant what you're doing, to be honest, because I've actually thought for a while now that, like, I know where I am, I know where I'm going to get to. It's great seeing all these people doing these podcasts that have made the millions and done it. But, like, I've actually said to myself once that I'm going to do a podcast and then I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do more podcasts, do you know what I mean? Because I think it's important, do you know what I mean?
It is, and it's just what people are consuming now.
Yeah.
But I feel, albeit we've only just started, I already feel that responsibility to make sure that we're giving people the right advice and the right experience and the right stories. Because I say it, I usually say at the start of every podcast, every podcast that you listen to now are all in hindsight. So it's somebody like you said that has already done the thing or made the money
they've been there and done it, and it's great to get their knowledge.
No, it is. There's a place for it.
Yeah.
But in terms of daily, actionable, just small steps that you can take, here's a master business plan that's going to make you 10 million. Yeah. It's, right, this is what I'm doing. I've built this business. I'm Hasan, I've built Frequency, or building Frequency. This is what I'm doing every day now. Yeah. That somebody can just take a small part of it and go, okay, I'm going to add.
Because once you get to a certain point as well, your story will change a little bit. Because, you can say, I've done this and I've done that. But actually, you never. Yeah. And what I think it's important for people to know, whether they're starting up a business or whatever, is what you actually need to do and what it takes to do.
Yeah.
Not what somebody who's
exactly just trying to follow a blueprint of replicating something.
Yeah.
That's all part of. I think that's just where you have an entrepreneur at heart, like a genuine entrepreneur, is separated from somebody that wants to own a business.
Yeah.
Because that spirit of an entrepreneur, did that sort of get up and go.
Yeah.
That fire in your belly, the risk factor that we talked about.
Yeah.
There's so many characteristics of a genuine entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That generally keeps them around for longer.
Yeah, definitely.
Which sounds like what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. So that was what feels like a brief insight into the life of Hasan and Frequency. As he said, it's 4 years in the making. It's a pretty short period of time, but there was probably hours and hours worth of content and questions and things that we could have done. I wish we could have got more. I think there's a lot more to be said around the work that Hasan does in the community and what he'll be doing with Frequency in the future. But we have to keep it, consumable, we'll call it. But I guess the biggest takeaway from that chat with Hasan is probably just the general entrepreneurial spirit. The risk factor stood out for me. Probably the speed, or what feels like the speed of execution on decisions, big decisions, life-changing decisions. And I think it says a lot for what you have to do to build a business like Frequency in such a competitive market. Because it's just a start for them. I think over the next couple of years, you're going to see it go from level to level really, really quick. And hopefully, I hope that this is the first of many podcasts and bits of content that you'll see from Hasan sharing his wisdom and his story, because I think we've barely scratched the surface. So if you have a podcast out there, I would recommend getting in touch, because I think you could probably jump on the foundation that we just lay. Hope you enjoy it. If you got any feedback, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribed on YouTube, and of course you follow us on all the socials, and we'll see you next time.